Okay, Tracy Tricksters. Now, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the history about the group and facts about the group. And might be telling you some members of the group also. So, first of all, you're probably wondering how I got the Tracy Tricksters name and how it all started. So in 2013, the Tracy Tricksters I created was originally for my family because my last name is Tracy and it's from my dad's side of family, so it was originally for them. And I also had Tellis before I had Shaw, which was I created for a name for the TV, whatever, something like that. That's how I got the name that I came up with, Tracy Tricksters, to add a little nice, catchy name to it. The group didn't form until 2017 specifically, when I was in middle school. But before then, that used to be called the Teen Time. I renamed it to Teen Time back then, in 2017 when I first formed it. But then I changed it 2 years later in 2019 when we expanded it to the Tracy Tricksters. So I've had it for about like 3 to 4 years, that name, until I recently changed it between 2019 and 2020. Basically, the team is basically for like a group of like my friends that I made, and for like social media, whatever. I'm not using this group or anything for attention or for like views, whatever. I made this so I can show people, the world, myself, some memories, some, random personal things in a way. It's mostly I want to show people love and care, and basically that I'm not just doing it for attention like anyone else, whatever, that I'm doing it for my own reasons, for fun. I do this for fun, and I do this kind of like as a little, I don't want to say business, but somewhere to that. So basically that's what the group is, and a little history about it, of how it all started and where it got us today. So that's the group right now, is the Tracy Tricksters. I recently changed the spelling Tricksters last year from TRICKSTRS to TRIKSTERZ because I thought it was more cooler. And I have a reason for why I changed it to that, because I have a jean jacket in my house that's not with me right now, but was in my living room. I made a little Tracy Tricksters jacket with the word on the back of the group, and I kind of accidentally misspelled Tricksters the first time, so I thought, oh no, that's, kind of like, that's just wrong the way I spelled it. But then it started growing that I liked it the way that I kind of like spelt it. But then I recently decided to fully change it to that spelling a couple years later, I think. I don't even know when I first made that jacket. So yeah, that's a little history of the group, of what's, the story behind the name and behind, so yeah. So next, I want to talk to you guys about facts about the group. And you guys probably are curious, what are some facts about the Tracy Tricksters? What are some things we might need to know? So first of all, I already did the first fact, which was the history of it, which was my first plan for starting this video. So the second fact that I'll do is the nickname. Which y'all know the former name of this group that I did call it, but you don't know what it's also going to be the nickname for and what it's short for. So the Tracy Chicksters is the full name that I decided to do. The TT is short for the group, and the nickname for myself, I like the TT nickname for it. I sometimes use it with my friends in the group chat that we have, and then I sometimes shorten it sometimes for specific stuff, like for writing, whatever. So I use the TT, the TT group, or just straight up TT. That's how I use the nickname for, and I don't say it much as I say the Tracy Chicksters, so I use it for sometimes when I need it. Next fact is, well, I'm going to do the next fact, which is basically how it's basically not like spelt, but kind of like how I put the name, the Tracy Chicksters. So y'all know the Tracy Chicksters. You know how the little story about the Chicksters, how it's originally spelled, but I changed it. The first letter of 3 of those names are all capitals, but the rest of it is not. So before the Tracy Chicksters, there's an exclamation point, and at the end there's an exclamation point that I use for most of my posts, stories, writing, or drawings, whatever. I use that for the name. Sometimes I go without the exclamation points, but I mostly like it with both exclamation points at the start and the end of the word because I thought like a way more cooler. I'm much of a creative person, if you can't tell. I like to do something very creative, switch it up a little bit with those words. Next fact is the colors of the team. Most teams have colors, and we have some colors too that I picked out that I thought would go great with the group. And most of the group image is kind of like a retro type of vibe. Not like a specific decade, but just like kind of go retro. I go kind of retro with some stuff because I like retro stuff and nostalgic, whatever. So the colors for this group is specifically black, green, purple, orange, and then white. That's the about 5 colors of the group, I think. So yeah, those are the colors of the group. I noticed when I looked it up on Google, for the colors, like all together, it's kind of like Halloweenish colors, which there's like nothing wrong with it. I know that, but I just thought it would go like pretty interesting with the group. It might be a bit random, this entire group of what you're gonna be hearing from me in this video, and I don't blame you, trust me. Next fact is we have a team mascot that I came up with at least 2 years ago. His name, this mascot is an animal and is a hedgehog. I have a stuffed animal of it downstairs, and I named it Gerald the Hedgehog. Though that is our team mascot of 2 years exactly, that I recently came up with. Not like came up with, but like recently got for you guys. So yeah, that's the mascot of the team. A little interesting fact is the hedgehog. Next fact is we have 4 social media accounts. In my last video that I posted, I mentioned the 3 social media accounts that is aside from YouTube, which is going to be in the description below, which is Instagram, TikTok, and our Facebook page. If you guys want to go check those out, please do. Next fact is how many members are in the group and how many are not. So a couple years ago, I started it in 2017. As I said, there was only about like 3 members in the group. So one of them was my childhood best friend in a way. My boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend actually, and my one friend that I became friends with at school. We started this group because we wanted to form a little band that never happened. That is a little surprising fact to me that I almost had a band, but that never happened because we just didn't really have time for it. My ex-boyfriend was part of the group for so many years, but recently left 2 years ago before Christmas is when I broke up with him, sadly. But it's okay. I have all my good friends with me. One of the members that started with us left like 3 years ago and never came back, which is surprising. But recently we have 8 members of the group, and some of the members are, you know, kind of like my closest friends or siblings of mine, which is like, most of them are younger than me, which is because they're all from my class of school, from high school, before I graduated last year, which is a fact. Oh my god. But half of the members that left were recently, or like a year ago they left. One of my best friends, Kobe, is now my ex-best friend, and he left the group 2 years ago. He also helped me with the group a little bit too before he left. And then Steven, my ex-boyfriend, was the other one that was kind of helping me with the group and kind of left. But fully left. And now it's just me doing it, and kind of my on and off boyfriend, Rex Stoker, if you don't know. I don't know why I said the last thing, but just to give you a heads up, he's my on and off boyfriend. He's been helping with the group lately, but kind of not, because we're not in a talking mode, sadly. So next, wait, hold on, not next, but about 10 members or more left the group, because we originally had about 14 members of the group from last year, but half of them left and it stayed for personal reasons, or we all fall out of our friendship mostly. So now it's just 8 of us, and we don't know if there's gonna be more in the group so far. So yeah, that's how many members they are of the group. Next fact is, let's see, half of the members of the group, I consider them, since most of them are younger than me, I consider them like my children, which is gonna be weird. I will explain. I think of my friends as family, and I think of them as people who are close to me, that I care about and love about, blah blah. Some of them are kind of like my adopted child, that they're not like officially legally adopted. They're just like, something that we like to do in the group is we act like a family a lot and we fight a lot, so I consider them my children. And basically some of them are just like the aunts or uncles of the group, or some of them are just members of the group that they don't really have a thing for it. So we just do it for fun, you know, pretend to be a family, pretend to be, you know, the children or mother, whatever. We just pretend, just for fun, because that's how we are. We are just, you know, like a family together. We care about each other, and just anything that you can think of that's like that. Next fact is most of the members are friends. Most of us are just friends together, but there's about 3 members that are actually siblings together, and that's actually my siblings. Me, since I'm the oldest, my 2 younger siblings are part of the group. One of my sisters are not in the group, just like on and off, just like depending. My main sister is in the group, and she has been on this channel before. Both my sisters actually been on this channel before, kind of like near the very first vlog that I did like years ago, so you probably will see them both there. But we are the only siblings in the group. I had a member of the group left that did had a brother in the group, so there was about like 2 sets of siblings in the group, but now there's not. So technically 1 left, and it's just us today. Not today. It's just us in the group, me and my sisters, with all of our friends. That's a little fun fact. Is kind of basically 1 set of siblings in the group. Next fact is that only 1 member of the group is actually American, and that is my on and off boyfriend Rex. My on and off boyfriend is from Georgia. If you don't know, I'm gonna talk a little bit about him because I know he probably doesn't want to be known a lot, so I'm just gonna have a little short introduction for him. Oh, it's from outside. I'm hearing voices right now. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm gonna tell you guys. So Rex is from Georgia. He grew up in Tennessee, but he lives in Georgia. He's from Georgia, and he's American. I met him through Colby, on Facebook, and because, you know, just best friends, protecting other best friends. I did because they work together. Sadly, but before you guys judge or anything, he came on to me, asking me to be with him, and then I started to fall in love with him near the end of 2022 is when we started, and then officially became together. That's 1 member of the group who's actually American, and all of us are actually Canadian. The rest of the group is Canadian, actually, to be honest. So that's a little fact there, is that 1 member is actually American and the rest are Canadian. I know that's like a little bit kind of weird and maybe confusing for you guys, but it's just like, what? There's yelling outside. Okay, we're gonna be right back. Okay, guys, I'm now back from whatever happened. Before I continue with the facts and everything, if you're wondering why I had to pause the video, was because there was screaming outside from my neighbors, and apparently was kind of making me lose it a little bit. So yeah, that's why I had to take a pause on what I was doing for that. Anyways, so continuing on the facts, as I said, yeah, we have 1 member of the group who is American, and everyone else is Canadian, surprisingly. So yeah, let's see, do I have any more facts that I can think of? So everyone in the group is mostly single, if you ask me. If you're wondering, most of us are single, but I'm probably the only one who is not single that's actually in a on and off relationship with somebody. So technically, everyone else is technically single, while I'm the only one who is not, because maybe that's because I'm old or something. I don't know. So yeah, that's the other fact. I don't even know how many facts I got. So I'll remember, I'll number them for you guys. Unless I still don't know. Let's see, what else could I tell you guys? That's a fact. Judging by what I've written, just in case I couldn't remember anything, which is what I do for half of the stuff that I do. I am planning on making some merch for the Tracy Tricksters. As you guys know, a couple years ago, as I said earlier in the video, I made a jean. I didn't say what type of jacket, but I made a jacket with some Tracy Trickster stuff on it. So on the back of this jacket, a jean jacket specifically, I wrote the Tracy Tricksters in the team colors, and around the jacket there was a bunch of like symbols and like little drawings, whatever, that was kind of like retro, like a 90s vibe, because it's like so colorful that I created a little jacket of myself. So yeah, I am planning on making some merch, hopefully, and hopefully writing a book. That was my first intention. That I did start out writing a book last year before the summer, but I never got to like the middle part of the book or finished it because there was a bunch of stuff going on with my graduation, some relationship problems or whatever for the group, that I decided to not finish it. But I did wanted to make it about the group, kind of like a fictional type of version of us, but like it's like actually about us, but like with different names, like character names for us, and like a characteristic fictional town, whatever, that I decided to make. But then, you know, that was my intention. But I did wanted to make a merch for you guys. Some ideas were like, obviously clothing, some accessories, maybe posters of like each member of the group or like all together with our signatures. That I was gonna make like one without our signatures for an edition, and then a limited edition Tracy Trickster signatured merch. And then, if you guys don't know, before I say this other fact that might involve the merch, I kind of want to tell you that some of us in the group did have like our own inner self demons. You guys are probably wondering, what do you mean by demons? Why do you have demons? Well, first of all, it started out in the beginning of 2023. Last year we started to have demons because of my boyfriend, our boyfriend Rex. He has his own demon named Zoran Pennywise. Yes, might sound stupid, but it's the best he got. I created my demon after him because I thought it was cool. Demon seems fun. I love anything that's, you know, like supernatural, whatever, or like fairy tales, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. So I created my own demon, then everyone else in the group created their own. So we have our own little demons of ourselves. That's like our other version of us that we have. My demon is specifically called Chasha. Her last name is Brown, and I decided to create it based off the first letter of my name. I use her whenever I'm like pissed off, upset, mad, or when I'm just like maybe depressed. I use her. So basically, she's like my other self of as in a demon. So, and yes, the demons, the main demons, my demon and Rex's demon, Zoran, do have their own TikTok account, shared account, not really shared, but TikTok account. Then they have their own shared Instagram and have their own personal Instagram accounts. So, little fun fact, we have demons, our own little demons. And I was planning on making a little merch edition for the demons of the group, which I thought would be a nice, cool little thing to do, like a little fictional thing for the group. So thought that having our own little demons was a nice, cool thing to do. So yeah, that was like the other. That's one two facts in one. Merch with a little backstory of demons. So basically, yeah. Next fact that I want to tell you guys was 4 to 3 years ago, I wanted to have a little show for the Tracy Tricksters that I had in my head, that I created in my head, but I never actually did the show. But I wanted to make something based off the group. Again, fictional, but a bit of a 50s themed. A bit of a 50s, like, type of show. Not like 50s type, but like, kind of like set in the 1950s with like different accents of the group of the show, you know? Yes?
Pizza's downstairs.
Oh. You interrupt my godmother.
I'm trying not to. That's why I'm being quiet.
Oh.
But the pizza's done.
Oh. Okay, that was my mom. Just walked in. Not the first time that happened. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to have our own little show of basically the Tree Tricksters, but it was originally supposed to be called either Teen Time. It's supposed to be something called Teen Time, I guess. I don't remember what it was called, but I did want to have like my own show of me, not based off the group, of my own show called The Adventures of Kathy, or The Adventures of Life with Kathy, whatever. I don't know. I had it, but then, you know, just like a little show that I wanted to do, but never decided to do it because I just didn't think it would be a great addition to the group. But I just thought of doing something like that to make it cool for you guys to have a little fun with the group. So I thought the show was a great option. Otherwise, that's never gonna happen. So we never did a show. Let's see, what other facts do I have? Well, to be honest, there's not much of a facts for you guys that I didn't really, I don't really have much of, like, facts for you guys, but, like, these are, like, some facts that I personally came up with and, like, have for the group. Not, like, came up with the facts, but I just had these random facts that you guys don't know about of the group, basically the history, whatever, and some stuff that I was planning on for it but never happened, which there is probably multiples I never wanted for the group, it never happened. So that is basically the facts I have for you guys, all the facts I could think of. If so, I'll probably make a part 2 for you guys for the facts, but those are some facts that I have. If you guys want to be... Why am I having trouble right now? My god. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm still kind of struggling talking about half these stuff for you guys and trying to, like, talk about it perfectly for you guys, or whatever you want to say. Just that I haven't made the YouTube video in like months. The last time I made a video was around Halloween of last year, so I haven't made a video then. So basically this is basically the okay, we good. Bunch of yawn outside because kids, okay, just normal. So yeah, those are basically some of the history and some of the facts of the group, if you guys don't know. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification buttons, turn them on, like the video, comment. Please check out our social medias. And please, please, please comment on the video if you want me to make a part 2 of this, or if you just want to put down some ideas on what we should do for the group and who you want me to do for the group. If you want me to interview some of the members of the group, please comment down below and I'll be sure to do it for you guys as requested. And yes, we are back up and running. We are back on social media, and yes, the group is getting back together, I guess. Some of them are not come back, but half of them has still stayed, and we are still a group, and that's all I care about. So yeah, please, please, please subscribe, hit the notification button, do everything I just said. I don't know, I don't want to repeat myself, but I kind of have to, depending on if, I don't know if you guys heard or whatever. Yes, it's gonna be a bit awkward, this video, if you can see. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and please, please, please have an amazing, amazing day. And yes, everyone at Chase Tricksters, love you guys, and thank you for supporting us. And yes, this was the video. Anyways, I hope you had a great time watching this, and goodbye, Cheesy Tricksters.